So hey there, my name's Ethan. I'm a 23-year-old student who goes to school in Montreal, Canada, at a university called Concordia University. So to understand where I was in life before working with Mazda, we have to look at kind of the areas that we did work on together. So I'll speak about firstly relationships. So when it came to romantic relationships with women, which is with a lot of what we worked on, I lacked a lot of confidence. I wasn't able to get the sort of interactions that I wanted or the dates that I wanted. And I was really dissatisfied. I also had a lot of confidence issues in this area. And I'd say the other area really that was of importance would be my physical health. Before working with Mazdak, I had a lot of blockages when it came to going to the gym, when it came to exercising and prioritizing my physical health and really getting out of the house to do what I needed to do. So there were definitely issues on in both of those areas. So yeah, I think I touched on this a good amount, but there was a lot of frustration, disappointment, and feeling like I wasn't living up to my potential. And also, I'd say confusion, trying to understand what was going wrong when it came to these things, and just really looking for guidance to try to determine where the issues. Well, this is actually pretty interesting. Mazdak came to speak at one of the events that one of the student associations at my university was hosting, and I happened to be there, and they had a competition or just like a giveaway, and I won like a free trial with him pretty much, and so that's how I came across him in specific. When it why I could speak of why I was kind of interested in coaching was because I had tried to take on these problems mainly when it came to my social life, my romantic life and handle it as much as I could before. But I finally came to a position where I realized that I need some sort of external help, some sort of external guidance. And so after that free trial, I decided I really liked the possibility of working with him, and I wanted to pursue it further. Well, why did I choose Nasdaq? So after just the situations aligned and I ended up having a free trial with him, I found him to be very personable. I found him to have a great knowledge when it came to a lot of sort of the internal world of your feelings and all the rest, which I thought were most important that I needed to address going forward, I would say. And so, yeah, the opportunity was presented to me, and it was an area that I want to prioritize working on at the moment. And so I figured, why not? Let's give it a go. I like where this is going after the first few meetings. Let's try going all the way. Let's see what happens. So yeah, I had a good experience working with Nasdaq in this program. I would say the best part of it was by the end because I really started to tailor it specifically to my goals and what I wanted. I think if I could do it again, I would have, from the start, kind of had a clear intention about the areas that I wanted to work on specifically. But as soon as I was able to bring that, and contribute that to the coaching program, it really started to take shape in the direction that I wanted it to. And at that point, I found it very useful, and I started making the most of our coaching arrangement. And at that point, I found that it was a huge support when it came to developing myself socially and getting what I wanted out of it. I would say the three benefits are first and foremost accountability. Having a life coach like Mazdak in your corner and you meeting with him frequently, it really makes sure you really want to, it makes you want to focus on your goals a lot because you'll be meeting with him. You want to have something positive to say about what you were doing. Accountability is really, really important. You never want to let somebody down, especially somebody who's invested in you, like Mazdak is. I would say number two would be emotional support. So if ever there were periods where I was struggling a lot emotionally, dealing with very complex things, dealing with things that upset me, um, he was there for me. I had somebody to talk to, and even outside of our meetings, and that was really beneficial because I needed that at times. And the third, I would say, emotional awareness. So not only that, but he, in a lot of our coaching meetings, and this is what I'm focusing a lot nowadays, is he brought to my attention my sort of internal reality, something beyond what I had originally known, and he really put a spotlight on how you're feeling how you're feeling about your goals and how important it is to change the way you feel about your goals to attain success. And that was something I wouldn't have thought of had I not worked with him. Yeah, so right now I'm feeling a lot more optimistic about dating, which is one of our focuses. I'm getting dates with a good amount of regularity now. There's always room for improvement, and I am improving, but I'm improving following the sort of things we focused on. And the more that I do that, the more I'm seeing the results. I'm really happy in that kind of way. As for fitness, going to the gym, my soccer season just finished, so I'm about to get back into the gym. And unlike it had been in the past, I really don't feel any resistance about getting myself there. And if ever I do, there's things I can turn back and lean back on to kind of reorient myself towards action and overcome any of those internal blockages. So I think I'm really benefiting a lot in those two areas, and it's really helpful. So I think it's interesting because I'm not exactly a business leader, of course. I'm somebody in his early 20s, and I worked with Nasdaq last year, so I was just turning 22 when I did that. And we first met when I was 21, actually, so I'm on the younger side. I'd say when it comes to coaching and when it comes to working with Nasdaq, um, honestly, in my opinion, I mean, I think it was a really great experience. I think personal coaching is something that's really taking off these days. And in full transparency, there's a lot of people who are kind of emerging in the personal coaching industry, so to speak. And so to have somebody who does have that kind of those receipts, that accreditation, and that you can have confidence in, like Nasdaq, to work with, as opposed to like anybody can start personal coaching, but to have somebody who really knows what he's doing and to be able to find somebody who can really partner with you in a great way like Nasdaq, I'd really recommend it. I think it's a really good experience. And at the very least, just give it a go, give it a try. You never know what you'll get out of it. It's a great, and he talks about this a lot. It's a great kind of support to therapy if that's something that you're interested. It's a great support to other kind of coaching if you're doing it as well. And I think he can add a lot to your goal attainment. And so I'd really say give it a go. It's a very flexible program, and it was a lot of fun and very useful. So yeah, like I said, I want to keep taking my dating life to the next level. I am getting regular dates now, but I'm looking to improve even upon that. So yeah, not to get specific, but I do have goals in that kind of way. Eventually forming a relationship, which I feel a lot more able to do. And when it comes to my physical health, now that I'm back at school, there's a gym on campus, so I'm gonna get back in there and I guess try to get in the best shape of my life. So that'll be fun. Yeah, so I'd say an important thing would be try to be open-minded because I'm somebody, for instance, who's very analytical, who's very critical. And so just be open-minded because I found a lot in this program and a lot with personal coaches is that there's a lot of talk about emotions and how you feel. And I think I was hesitant at certain times to really investigate that or to believe in that, but I have found that it's really true and it's really important. So just be aware of your own kind of internal resistances when it comes to certain things going into a coaching program and do your best to be open-minded. I think you'll get the most out of it.